we had to start with what I thought ended up being the most compelling, uncertain tie of the two.
I agree.
And that is Napoli against Milan. Napoli 1-0 down from the first leg. They huffed and they puffed, and then that game had a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Rafael Leao, I think that moment, I mean, you're the Techers guy.
Incredible. I mean, some people, I saw the Ruud Gullit kind of run and the pass for Van Basten many years ago against Napoli as well in the league, which was very different because really Gullit only dribbled past one player. Leao literally runs past 4 players. And it's just incredible. And it's a game that in the end, maybe there was not too much in it, to be fair, between the two teams over the 2 legs. But it's just those moments of brilliance. The Brahim Diaz turn in the first leg, for example, that we explained in previous shows. And then the Leao run, the Macmillan save on the penalty that made Milan win this tie, really. But it was fantastic.
Magic to you.
But magic Leao too, to be fair.
He's different. I mean, I think... he's the kind of player who appears in moments. And this is a low-scoring game. I have a whole column up about this, funnily enough. What value do you put on a player like that? The guy who can turn games on his own. Yeah. I think we need to talk about, though, from Napoli's perspective, I think they feel hard done by because there was a penalty that wasn't given. It was actually Leao on Chucky Lozano, where... you look at VAR, and when afterwards, like in TV crews, like they put like the magnifying glass on it, and then you can see that he gets there first. The VAR doesn't intervene. I don't even know if VAR have the capability of doing that or if they're allowed to do that. I'm okay with that. I feel more badly for Napoli with the fact that missing Kim and Zambanguisa from the first leg. I thought they played really well in the first leg. Yeah. And then losing 2 more starters after half an hour or less than half an hour in Politano and Mario Rui being forced to make the double substitution.
Yeah,
Politano it feels like especially a lot of things really conspired against them.
Yeah, you're right. And I mean, it would have been better to have Kim and Zambanguisa, of course, if Politano had said on the pitch to come inside onto his left foot instead of Lozano, who's right-footed, playing on the right wing, who tends to go more down the line than Politano would do, for example. So that certainly changed the dynamic of that team and the way they would approach the game. It's a shame, and you would have liked to see the two teams with their strongest starting 11, with everybody
Victor Osimhen fully fit and everything.
Exactly, and maybe things would have been different. But in the end, you missed some chances. Maybe they crossed the ball a bit too much towards Osimhen in that second leg when Kier and Tomori were so good defensively against Osimhen, I thought, despite his late goal. But they also, if Kvaratskhelia scores the penalty, maybe the whole rest of the game is very different. Yeah. So they had chances they could have done differently. It's one I think they can have regrets over, for sure. But I still think there's nothing that you would take away from Milan in the way they qualified.
No, I think so. I mean, look, and I say this to all my Milan supporting friends, Napoli are a better team. They're a better unit. Over the 2 legs, I think if you look at the flow of the game, I think they showed that, despite things going against them. That said, that's not how football works. Football is about game plans. It's about defending stoutly, and it's about taking your moments. And Milan, Giroud's missed penalty aside, certainly did that as well. And I think probably based on that, they deserve to go through. But I want to say something else about Naples, and we touched upon it before, that horrible situation with the fans not supporting or some of the ultras because they're angry with the club. They put all that aside, and I love the reaction from the crowd when they were knocked out of the Champions League at home, where it was all singing about going on to win the title. I thought that was a very mature reaction from the fans. I thought they did a tremendous job in terms of certainly Spalletti and Napoli in terms of relating to the fans, and the fans understand that, for this team winning the Scudetto this year after what happened in the summer, to do it in the way that they're going to do it is absolutely special. And this was just icing on top of the cake.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.